Good afternoon, I'm Malcolm Jordan and this is your midday news fix for Tuesday the 20th of May. The government says it plans to turn around our rail service, describing it as run down in a pre-budget announcement. Transport Minister Chris Bishop and Rail Minister Winston Peters have announced $461 million will go into the freight network and $143 million into metro trains in Auckland and Wellington. Bishop says he's concerned about the drop in passenger numbers in Wellington.
It's an important connector of people. It's a vital service for the Wellington region. I grew up taking the train to and from school every day.
The Finance Minister's promising no nonsense in Thursday's budget. Nicola Willis says it lays out sensible decisions needed to secure New Zealand's future. She says it's a contrast to inconsistency from Labour and the Green Budget, which includes wealth and inheritance taxes.
We've had all sorts of chaos from the opposition parties about how they would manage the books. We're offering an OBS budget that sticks to the sensible things that New Zealanders know need to happen.
President Volodymyr Zelensky of Ukraine has had two conversations with Donald Trump within hours. The US president says his talks with Zelensky bracketed a 2-hour call with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Trump says Ukraine and Russia will immediately start working towards a ceasefire and, more importantly, an end to war.
Hopefully we did something. We also spoke to the heads of most of the European nations and trying to get that whole thing wrapped up.
A former Speaker of the House has been worried that Parliament's standards have been slipping over the past few years. It comes as the Privileges Committee report on Te Pāti Māori's behaviour during last year's Treaty Principles Bill vote will be debated and voted on this afternoon. It proposes a 21-day suspension for the party's leaders and a 7-day suspension for MP Hana Rafiti Maipi-Clark. Former Speaker Sir Lockwood Smith told Mike Hosking a decision to close the public gallery is wise.
This, I think, will be a test of Speaker Brownlee because this is one where the Speaker's judgment is actually going to be critically important.
A continuing squeeze on natural gas supply with little hope for a quick solution. Production fell 20% in the first quarter compared to the year before to 22.85 petajoules. Industry spokespeople say available gas is depleting and exploration of new fields is banned. A ministerial advisory group has warned Family and Sexual Violence Prevention Minister Karen Shaw of declining police responsiveness. But Police Minister Mark Mitchell says officers aren't transitioning away from attending family violence events that require a police response. Here's senior political reporter Sophie Trigger.
The March document from Te Pukotahitanga summarised a recent hui for Minister Karen Shaw, saying the work was increasingly falling to community providers, with some NGOs now providing tactical defence training and some providers considering issuing stab vests. Labour says concerns should raise alarm bells with Shaw, who said a 5-year action plan aims to help government agencies collaborate better on the issue.
To sport, All Black Wallace Satiti has re-signed with New Zealand Rugby. The 22-year-old's contract extends until the end of the 2027 World Cup. And Scott McLaughlin is back behind the wheel of a backup vehicle at Indianapolis Speedway, a day on from a crash in practice ahead of Monday's Indy 500. I'm Malcolm Jordan. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.